attain. In school, I had the opportunity, as Reggie said, 2019 to win the best MC, 2020 the best MC, and 2021 Student Icon of Inspiration. All because I never gave up on the little act because of that big change I wanted to see in myself someday, forgetting the storms. But one of the awards that I will always not forget was given to me by my class. This is a yearbook. And this is the award, what they wrote about the award. Have you ever wondered why day breaks when night falls? And why we slip into dreams when we fall asleep? Like they say, it's a daydream and death is reality. So when you find us sleeping in every lecture, ward rounds or anatomy lab, just know that we are living life to its fullest. This whole write-up perhaps doesn't even make any sense, but we could care less. We probably wrote this half asleep. The award was Daydreamers. And number one, with that big picture over there, was Derrick Attigah. Number three is Martin. But I realized that really defined how my life was. Most of the time, Derrick was almost always tired. But let me share these three things with you quickly, and then I'll end. There were three things that took me through my journey, even with the storms that I faced as a medical student. Number one was my foundation. One of my mentors, Ravi Zachariah, said that the foundation on which you build your life is the only thing that will stand when the storms of life ultimately come. And they will come. It is not a question of if, but when. When meaning that the storms will actually come. But like the seasons have, let me say, climate has seasons. We know there's rainy season and a dry season. And you don't wait till it starts raining before you have to get an umbrella. You walk through it and then be beaten by wind. So almost always, there's a need to always have that solid foundation before the storms actually come. I built mine on my faith, speaking from the perspective as a Christian. I gave my all. I still did my small acts. I was the media head for Pensa US. People saw it. I went ahead, became the media head for the entire Lower Volta. I went ahead and then became the media and publicity head for Pensa, the entire Ghana. And I realized that was a big change through the small acts that I did and never give up because of the storms. To get these structures, you always need a solid foundation. Never neglect that. The second F was my friends. There's an African proverb that says that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others. Say go with friends, go with genuine friends, go with the best. There were days I was broken. I never knew that little acts that I was doing towards my friends, sharing, laughing with them, giving my shoulder for them to lean on, helping them with the little things was creating some big changes in them, which in turn created some ripple effects and then came back to me in my challenging moments. I would say that my friends really held me through the storms, and we made it this far. This is a picture of my friends in one of their visitations to my home when mom was ill. Yeah, some of them are my siblings. We were really smiling because no matter the storms, always keep a smile. Now, I said I was going to mention 3 Fs. But before the last F, I bring you back to my story again. This is my dad. Who remembers him? What was his name? Teacher. Yeah, that's Teacher Ben. And before mommy fell ill, daddy had also suffered a stroke. Unfortunately, I can see some of you open your mouth. Daddy had also suffered a stroke. And after we finished with the burial, we came back with the burial of mom and then we're in school. I wanted to finish up, become that doctor that I will be, and then give my best as a doctor to my dad. But that didn't mean that I still didn't give my best to him. Also, I was school calling for checkups, for him to go to his reviews and all that. Daddy was fine, doing much better. On 10th August 2020, Dad also passed. In a space of 1 year, 3 months, the loves of my life, the people that gave me those small acts to see that big change in me, were no more. Very terrible, right? Very terrible. Very terrible. It wasn't easy combining all these with medical school. The last F is to keep your focus. Don't lose your focus as you want to see that big change in you someday. Never lose your focus. As you are here, you know what you want to be someday, and you know what you want to attain someday, but never lose your focus. Never lose your focus at all. You know where you are from, you know where you are, and you know where you are going. Stand on that and never give up. I'm about to end. I wish I could tell you more about this story, but because of our time, she's called Annie Johnson Flint. Annie Johnson Flint. Her story, her biography is Making of a Beautiful. You can read about her, how she lost her first parent, was adopted by another parent, and also lost them. Later on, she suffered arthritis, incontinence, had cancer, and finally died. But Annie Johnson Flint never gave up. She was one of the best American poets that we had. I wish I could read one of her poems, but because of our time. In becoming and then achieving your dreams or making that big change, you will meet obstacles. Personal weaknesses will come through your way. Challenges will come. Hills will come that you will need to climb. There will be days where you will think you've lost it all. But build on a solid foundation. Make the best of friends. Always keep your focus and never, ever give up. Like Apostle Paul said, I might have not attained or achieved it all. Today, I still say, even standing here is a big change that I see in my life. But I'm still a work in progress. My name is Derrick Attigah, and it was a pleasure sharing my story with you. Thank you.
A round of applause. To my senior, everywhere I have been practicing.
Not my Reggie. Not my Reggie.
From senior high to medical school. Okay, so a quick question to you, Derrick. I mean, we're in a hurry to go, so a quick one. You always have a smile. I think one of the most captivating things about him is his smile. Am I lying? How should you acknowledge that? So let's give him a round of applause. And I can't remember whilst he was going through losing his parents and everything, he always kept a smile. I mean, what keeps you happy, should I say? Always some form of joy, regardless of the situations and circumstances.
All right, thank you so much, Reggie. I think I said it, which is the 3 F's that I made mention to you about my foundation, my friends, and then I kept my focus. Now my focus was shifted from my parents and now became my siblings. I have 5 other younger siblings, and I told myself that anytime I give up, these kids are really going to have it tough. So one thing that really kept me was that I had to give my all to make sure that they made it. And that was what I did. And I was able to always keep that smile that you see. I knew that storms are part of our journey. Job will say man's life is short and it's full of troubles. So as I anticipated that they were bound to happen. So all that I did was to keep that smile, have that foundation, gave my all to church activities, made friends, knew that I had to be in medical school and give my best to finish it all, and I did well, and then keep that focus that Benjamin, Jeffrey, Rosalinda, and James McKeown were looking up to me, and there was no need for me to stop smiling or ever to give up. So that was it.
So, Dr. Derrick, please don't stop smiling. Please don't stop smiling. And you over there, never give up as well. So we have our penultimate speaker. He's a master.